Well, hello everyone. This is Amanda from Amanda's Junk Journals, and this is Kitty Bubba. And welcome to my channel. Going to try to finish up my series of how to make a big junk journal based on my personal junk journal. But before I wanted to go into that, even though it's probably the most important thing and what you really want to hear. Oh, by the way, welcome to all my new subscribers. I've gotten 100 new subscribers in the last month, and it's been really exciting, and I'm glad you're here, and you're all special and wonderful, and I love you. So hopefully you'll enjoy this video. So I just wanted to show you my giant, well, it's not giant, I don't know why I said that, but my thrift store finds. Because some of the things I'm going to be putting in these journals that I'm making. And so I kind of wanted to just show you what I got. Thought it'd be fun. I like to look at other people's stuff. So let's just get to it. Okay, so one of the finds that I'm really excited about is this wallpaper. I've had, it's only $3 for all this wallpaper. I've had only 2 things of wallpaper, and they weren't totally my favorite. Well, one I love. The one I used in the journals already for the covers. The yellow stuff is really good. But I just think this is really pretty and would go really nicely in my spring journals. And then the other one, things that I'm really excited about is this old wallpaper. That is definitely going in these junk journals that I'm making. I really like this. So I've got some more wallpaper. I really like having a sheet or 2 of wallpaper in my journals. And I found beads. I got hair everywhere, darling. So I didn't have a lot of beads. Oh, this is inside. Someone else had a cat. Maybe that's why I'm having terrible allergies. I found out that there's a correlation between over-the-counter allergy medicine and gaining weight. And so I stopped using my allergy medicine, and I'm trying to do mind over matter. Which is interesting that it came in this container, because I also received beads from someone else in the same container. I don't know what container this is. But now I have tons of beads. I'm really excited about that. I wasn't a big bead fan, but after making a junk journal with beads, now I get it. I love that extra sensory feel and the noise. But anyway, so I also got all of these stamps. I didn't have a lot of stamps. But I think there's a lot of variety in here. This is kind of expensive, more expensive than I usually like to do, but I think there's a lot of potential for fall there. And it's just nice to have different stamps on hand. And now I have more. There's an angel like that. And this, I think, will be very useful. It's just different, frames and boxes. Also like this one. Just a little embellishment. And then, these really sold me. Oops, sorry, kitty. The leaves. I really like that. There's a dragonfly. There's no basket. And then the fans. I eventually want to do a Asian Oriental junk journal. I really like that thing. I'm a big Studio Ghibli fan, etc. Origami, sushi, all kinds of things. Which, by the way, Jordan, my daughter, picked out this book. guess it, how do you do it? I don't know. But I love it so much. Okay. So I guess I'll do books. Jordan also picked out this book. I really like the cover. Definitely be making a junk journal out of it. Let's see. I guess Jordan picked out all these books. She's good. She can find good books. The illustrations in this are amazing and different. So yes, and magical. And then I wanted this one. Look at those pictures. So amazing. Nice and big and beautiful. I love it. Okay. The rainbow goblins. Look, oh my gosh. It's wild. It's going to be a very magical junk journal coming. Very interesting vibe that's going to be happening with this book. And then a little cottagecore action with the town mouse, country mouse. Look at those gorgeous illustrations. Oh, that looks like you, kitty. What do you think? Okay, and then I found a score with ribbons. Super excited to find a bunch of ribbons. My ribbon collection was dwindling. So there's just a bunch of stuff in here. I definitely use. I love ribbons, whether it's for, you know, oh, more beads. I really like these. I like the dangling beads. It's going to be really easy to attach and give some extra dimension stuff. Put that right in my container. And then I found this pillowcase. I thought it was matching the vibe of the this lace on the end of the junk journals we're making. I don't think I'm going to use it though, but I might. Okay, and then on another shopping trip, Jordan went out for me, my partner, and she found this doily, crochet doily, and this, and I love the pop of pink and the circles. She can't see if that's there. So I thought that was different, and I love the pink little insets. So I'm on a mission to collect more doilies and things. Okay, and then, let's see. Gosh, I have been to the store. I haven't really been making anything. But I went to the thrift store with my husband. He's such a sweetie. Took me out, and I found this set of linens. I wasn't quite sure about it, but I loved the price, and it had 3 in a set. I'm not sure about the green and yellow. It's like Blooming colors, but I love how there's a nice center, and I think this would be great for a digital kit to have something to journal on and color to brighten up your page. So I did end up getting that, and most excited about this find, these handkerchiefs, vintage hankies. I feel like it was such a good deal to find vintage hankies and so many of them, and I didn't have to go to eBay to get them. Oh, I love them. Look, oh, how delicate. How beautiful is that? Oh my gosh. love him. I think I like hankies better than doilies almost at this point. Look at that delicate lace around it. I love it. I love the colors. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's so beautiful. These are definitely my colors. I love it. And this one, ooh, look at this one. Oh, how pretty. I might even put these in the journals I'm making. That would be so nice. Oh, little regal. That might not want to go, but the green, so nice. And this one, oh, I love this one so much. That rolled edge. I love it. The women of the past think my handkerchief is going to be someone's art journal. So I feel that was a huge score. Okay, and then yesterday I went out with my mom and mother, and I decided to take this flower and put it in a journal. Look at those petals. They're bright purple and they're in the shape of hearts. So cool. So really, I like the idea of other people using pressed flowers, but I normally don't. But I just really wanted to take those. And then I found these handkerchiefs. I think this one's so cool. A little extra bright, a little unusual. I love it. There's little some holes over there, but that's alright. Especially if you're putting it in a junk journal. It's kind of, it makes you feel better about cutting it or sewing through it. And this. Oh, this can be great for like a summer journal. The tropical flower. So beautiful. I love it so much. Okay, and then I found this embroidered doily. That's so cool. The blue and the lace. Only $2. Very happy. And random item that I got a frog. It was half off, so I was like, yeah. Got a little stand. And I was thinking it could be a pin stand. I saw it at the store I went to. So I'm going to clean that up and use that. Very excited about it. Okay, and this stuff is also super excited about. I have been searching for these viewfinders. I'm super excited to use them as either a tab on the edge of a journal or to put a grommet in it and make a turner. And so I wanted to practice on some, and these are all broken up, and so I don't feel bad about that. Because these are kind of a collector item, and they can get kind of expensive. So now I have ones that are very inexpensive. I got both of these for $1. Like, I guess they're not really that expensive. You can get like one for $2 or $3. But I don't know. I feel like I just got hung up about using something that someone else would want to collect. And also, I got this postcard of Dublin. After high school, I went to Ireland, went to Dublin, and worked a little bit. And so I have a soft spot for that. And then I really like this happy birthday card with the gold embossing. I thought that would be great for spring. From Mother to Frank. New Orleans dollar. And this one of these old viewfinders that has the long stick attachment. I thought this would make a great tab, so I'm gonna scan it and then you could fold it over a page. I really like the birds, so that was a little more expensive. This. All right, so there's two ways to fill a large journal. One is to just, well, I guess two ways that I know. One is to use paper that's big enough. So like if you have a large roll of craft paper, it's obviously going to be big enough that you can just fold over and it'll be the perfect size. Okay. The other way that I know is to just have one side the length that you need and the other side just short. It brings extra interest and different textures and things. Gives you a little spot to add something on that you need to. The other way is just to have pages inside, like like a dictionary page, and it's just smaller. So that also, you kind of fold it in half this way. Okay, so you fold it, you have things that are large enough to be the exact size that you need. So like finding big books is kind of important. Like this book is an amazing find. It's got very long pages. And when you take the pages out of the book, you just do it for you right now. So instead of, like, you can cut the pages in half and put it in your book and fold each page in half, or you can carefully take out pages like this so you have the whole page, and then either just use it as it is, or if it's old and has a lot of holes, you can add support to the center with gluing other pieces of paper to add support, or washi tape, a roll of washi tape, or even sewing fabric in there. Like this, I think would be fine just to use as it is. And then you would either fold or cut off the excess. Okay, so that's another way to fill large journals. And then the, what am I on, third, fourth way is to construct a page big enough. So you would, like with the other way, you can either sew it together, glue paper, put washi tape, glue it, use fabric to combine it, but you can make larger pieces of paper to fit in your journal. And then the final way that I know how to fill up the inside of a journal is what, I'm probably using this word wrong, not wrong, but I'm sure people have already thought of this and made up a better word, or I'm misusing it, but I call it my Frankenstein papers, where, especially with the coffee dyed paper, I will sew them together so that I make paper that is much larger. And I really like the texture of the sewn paper on the coffee dye paper. And you can do that method, I think, with any kind of paper. You can do it with book pages. I think I might do it with book pages and coffee dyed paper this time. I guess I can show you what I did. I don't know where I got this idea, if I just came up with it or I saw someone else do it. I don't know. So I'm sorry if I'm taking your idea. And if I am, and you're watching, let me know. Let me know what a terrible junk journaler I am. No, I'm just kidding. Let me know if it really is your idea. Give you credit. Okay. I guess you can see it best on this paper. See, I used scrap paper from my printer, but I definitely won't be doing that for any journals I sell. This is my personal scrap. But I sewed them together, and you can see the different paper and the texture of the sewing. And that still keeps the texture of the coffee dye paper. So that was my brilliant plan, but you can also see I also have shorter pieces in this. I have, of course, I love having piano paper, and that's smaller, and it creates kind of a frame, and it's nice and different. So, but with this one, I felt like they were too many smaller pieces. It was just too much going on in this journal. There was just these teeny little pieces everywhere. I did not enjoy that as much as I thought I would. I also tore a lot of things out and just taped it to make sure it wouldn't fall out. But like certain things like this, like yeah, do like this with this with this. But here's some more different size papers. Okay, so with these journals, I want to make less of the different sized paper. I feel like I ended up with more short papers than I liked. So with this one, I want to make sure like the scrapbook paper is going to be the right size. So I'm going to engineer them with one of the ways that I spoke about, either with the fabric and the sewing, or the washi tape, or the glue in the paper, to extend them to the right size. I might do it with different types of paper, I don't know. Okay, so that's what this video is all about. And I think I've told you before, but filling the journals, making the covers is fun, but it's stressful, especially when I want to sell them, because I don't know, it frustrates me. But filling the paper is my joy, and sewing them in, that's really what I love the most about junk journaling. I'm weird. Okay, so the most important part to me about making pages, and also I've just brought out some of the things that I'm planning on using in these journals. I can't remember, I feel like I have already shown you these things that I'm going to be using, but let me just go through it. I've got coffee dyed paper. This is just copy paper like you would use in an office, and it's been, oh, did I say coffee dyed? I tea dye. I haven't coffee dyed yet. So these are all tea dyed. And I picked these specifically out. Each tea dye paper has like a different color and a different darkness and a different texture. So these are the ones I specifically hand-picked out of my collection that are for these spring journals. Okay. And then of course you've seen the scrapbook paper I picked out. This is I've separated my scrapbook papers for each junk journal, and this is going in the largest junk journal. And I'm only going to show you me filling this journal, not all of them. I'm doing four. Okay, and then I have some craft packing paper I wanted to use in these journals, because these will definitely be the right size. You can cut it down perfectly. I also have this thicker craft paper from wrapping paper that I'm going to be using. So I like with these journals, I wanted a lot of plain paper. I feel like my other journal, there was too much going on. I'm also going to be filling them with, a piece of each of these, what's it called? Wallpaper. Sorry. Okay. And then this is a Super Score from a thrift store trip. It's this very large tracing paper I'm excited about. I'm going to be cutting this down and putting it in each journal. And then I may put my dollar store white doilies in them. We'll see. I have this piece of graph paper. It's very large. I think I'm going to give a piece of graph paper to each junk journal. What else do I got? I always put a piece of vintage, I don't know why I can't talk. I always put a piece of vintage piano music. I love these book pages, so I'm going to put book pages in. This would be a really small page in there, but I love having book pages in, and I love this thick textured book page. So I'm thinking I probably will make some of my little Frankenstein pages and sew those together. Okay, and then I also like having the envelopes. I like office supplies. So I'm going to have those in there. Make instant pockets. And I have been putting these plastic. I do enjoy plastic alongside paper. So I might put these plastic envelopes in there. And then I like having the edges of torn sketchbook paper. This is also a pretty large size that would fit nicely. I also like having watercolor in there, but it is kind of thick. Now I do have this craft paper, but it's really thick. So I'm not sure if I'm going to put that in. We'll see. But I do like the idea of having craft paper in there. So I'm thinking I might put these together so they're the right size. And then I also love maps. And I have this giant map book, so I might put that in there. Who wouldn't want Brazil in their spring book, right? You guys love it. Okay, I already showed you this book. This one's definitely going in there for my nice books. I always put a sheet of this in. And I love doing it because it has the alphabet in it. So like I've already made books for my friends and family that I'll put their initial. Of course, I stole A already. I'm sorry for anyone that loves A. And then I showed you I like to put a dictionary page in. I'll do that. I have this child's book of poems that I love. So perfect for spring. Love this. I'll probably use this and make this a junk journal when I'm done using all the pages out of it. I also love this book, A Child's Garden of Verses. I love the illustrations in this. And you've seen this before. Great book. I'm going to be very sad when that's gone. And then I think I'm going to use A Time to Garden. Kind of almost like a coloring book. That's cool. And then my trusty golden book, A Treasury of Little Gold Books. I'll put a few pages of that in there. Okay. this out and let me collect all my supplies, and I'll be right back.